Our presidency be like say they don't smoke it, do they don't talk anyhow. Bayon Anuga, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, is calling for the arrest of Peter Obi for planning to put this country into anarchy. If anarchy, we talk waka. He tweets one very long tweet. Say now obedience, now they push the agenda of this protest. Say now Peter Obi followers when they instigate. Now they push the agenda of this protest. So if anything happen, they do arrest Peter Obi straight. In fact, he said the security agencies of Nigeria are supposed to trail the people where they mastermind this movement. He called some people name. Say suppose they trade them, made arrest. They say there be IPOB, there be Igbos, there be obedient, there be Peter Obi supporters. The tweet long, but I go read that word for word. Revealed. Peter Obi supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy. Don't be fooled. The malcontents planning to stage nationwide protests are supporters of Peter Obi, the failed presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and he should be held responsible for whatever crisis emanates from the action. The protest planners are also the same people who were instigated by IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to launch the destructive EndSARS protest in Nigeria in October 2020. EndSARS began as a genuine protest by youths against the police special anti-robbery squad, notorious for its high-handedness. IPOB members planning to extricate the Southeast region from Nigeria infiltrated the protest and hijacked it from their own agenda. Lagos State bears the scar of the malicious destruction by IPOB elements until today. 2 years after EndSARS, the IPOB and the gullible innocents joined the Labour Party in 2022 to support Peter Obi, a sympathizer of their cause. They are the people spreading the hashtags End Bad Governance, Tinubu Must Go, and Revolution 2024. They are not Democrats but anarchists. They are attempting to call out our people via propaganda because their messiah Peter Obi failed to win the presidency in the 2023 election. As bad losers, they don't have the patience to wait for another election in 2027. They would rather destabilize Nigeria by staging a civilian coup against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If they understand the meaning of their hashtag, they will realize that they are clarion calls for treason. Wanting to end an election government is high treason. Wanting revolution is a call for a coup d'etat, which is also high. I have been on the trail of one of these protest planners, who is nameless but claims to have an internet radio station, PTM 100.88 Abuja. The anonymous person joined X in August 2022 and has 520 followers today, among whom are FS Yusuf, another Rabid Obi supporters, and Professor Patu Tomi, a Labour Party chief, and a guy on X who goes by the pseudonym Peter Obi's first son. PTM's profile image has someone holding the inscription, certificate forger, not my president, with a photo of Peter Obi as an inset. Only Obi supporters will be talking about certificate forgery long after the Supreme Court dismissed the allegation. In the past 24 hours, this faceless ex-user has been wiping up the gullible to join the protest being planned and also posting the activities of his messiah, Peter Obi. He retweets Peter Obi often. In one of the posts, a video shows a teenager who is said to be in the north printing t-shirts emblazoned with End Bad Governance in Nigeria 2024. There is also a retweeted post by Babatunde Gbadamosi, a failed and frustrated politician in Lagos. In it, he refers to his earlier post urging people to identify APC members, sponsors, supporters, enablers, thugs, promoters, and appointees. The police and DSS ought to have arrested the man for making a brazen threat to political opponents. There is General Olushi, a woman who goes by the screen name, a field marshal of the Han dynasty. She has been sending out letters of mobilization. She even pinned a week 6 later, urging Nigerians to wake up and take control of their country, using the language of IPOB, Peter Obi, and his supporters. Another member of the malcontent is Brother Bernard, also known as Michael C. Bernard. He is not based in Nigeria because he was once busted over Binance and fraudulent crypto businesses in Nigeria. Bernard was the man who once wrote that the Naira should go down to zero. In a reaction to Olushi, he said the protesters should remove the increase in salaries for the armed forces as part of their demands. If they want an increment in salary, let them launch their own protest. It is not our job to fight for enablers of evil, he wrote on X. According to our law, men of the armed forces don't protest. An ex-user reminded him. He posted a sarcastic response. By law, they can slap people wearing cams and shout at protesters, bah? Security agents should, by now, begin to interrogate these agents of destabilization. There's no country in the world where people are not going through some economic challenges and where the cost of living is not a major issue. No country is immune from economic turbulence at the moment. Civilized and democratic people wait for another election to make leadership changes. They don't trigger mayhem in their countries by staging protests, the end of which nobody can predict. Nigerian citizens must consider the government's attitude and concern about the cost of living crisis when deciding whether to join the protest by the Labour Party and IPOB supporters. The Tinubu government has not been found wanting in this regard. The minimum wage has just been increased by more than 100%. Loans are being disbursed to students in tertiary schools. A credit corporation has been launched to promote consumption credit, palliatives, including the latest distribution of 740 trucks of rice to the 36 states and Abuja, are being rolled out. Businesses such as pharmaceuticals are being assisted. The federal and state governments are investing heavily in agriculture to produce more food. The economy is improving. Inflation is slowing. The national debt has been reduced in dollar terms, and the FRS has increased revenue generation to record levels. Investors are coming back to our country. Our stock market is the best in the world with a 33% return on investment. President Tinubu has a 4-year mandate to run his agenda. Those calling for protest should wait till 2027 to either re-elect him or elect their messiah, Peter Obi. You see, number one, you see that work where they give by on Anuga there? It's a jobless job. Like, the job not really get anything we do. They just create office so I mean get something where they collect and they pay him well. So he needs to prove that he's working. So when matters happen like this, I may not be like saying I'm deaf and don't mean quiet, because sure it's hard to defend the APC, we all know. But he has to try his best. That's why he's doing this nonsense now, just to make the president think he's working. You see, all these people here, the people who instigated some of the good Yoruba people during the last election to tell them that the Peter Obi agenda is an Igbo agenda. Igbos won't use to infiltrate us. They won't use to seize the country. And some of us bought it. Now, you can see that they were talking stupid talk all this while. You know that one we not too know. Now may some of us buy, and this one we know who starts this movement. We know the people where they push this movement. And so far so good. The Igbo people where they among them small. As a matter of fact, the Igbos are even saying they will not join any protest because of what they went through during the last election. Yesterday we saw a video of Shein Kuti saying in fact we should have a 1-month strike. The person who is pushing this protest in the front to show what is Yoruba. Shein Kuti is Yoruba. Even very dark man when they do publicity for this protest sometimes, it's from Edo State. So how many people are really Igbo there? But in order for Bayon Anuga to talk, he said that Peter Obi will never cough for this matter. You see, Pikin won't cry when they go conquer. If they bond the Nigerian security agencies well, may they find Peter Obi for this country 2 days, may they not see him. But then you'll not say Nigerians the verses. Just help yourself. Something that have not gotten high, they still they call our protest for a few days. They won't use on our hand push on ourselves. Not gonna find Nigerians trouble. These Nigerians I'm seeing, they are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. If they don't find Peter Obi 2 days, they don't see him. I'm not a prophet, but I can prophesy and tell you that what is likely to happen might not be sweet. So may everybody just use their head. You see the way the House of Rep, they beg. You suppose join the Mayor Anuga. And I suppose they beg now, they look for a way to appease Nigerians. To look for a way to put 1 or 2 things right. In this country, we are seeing that 3 people have turned to 200. Bayon Anuga has said inflation is dropping. Are you drunk? In this country, when I can count the number of companies that are left, Bayon Anuga said companies are coming. Are you smoking Igbo? Are you high on ship drugs? As a matter of fact, the only reason why this country is still standing and it did not scatter after that last election, because Peter Obi say everybody calm down. Peter Obi kept insisting on the rule of law, even though he knows this will not work. Those of us who are supporters, we know it will not work. But our principal say rule of law now, so everybody we calm down. When he lost the case in court, the man said he's going to go into active opposition and wait for the next election. I've not seen anybody so democratic and wala free like Peter Obi. That's the man you are calling for him to be arrested. Mona Chaya.